Now the thing I'm off to see today, assuming the tide plays ball, is a fossil tree, a fossilised tree, which has been, the shape of it has been cast in the cliff edge, in the face of the cliff, by advancing lava flows. Because this whole area is volcanic, formed by succession of lava flows, one on top of the other. Everything about this place is immense. Enormous volcanic cliffs. It's quite incredible. And all of a sudden, we're here. Although it might not be clear from here exactly what we're looking at. Well, this is it. This is the famous fossilised tree. And it's this level vertical thing that you can see here. It was found in 1819 by a chap called John MacCulloch, and I don't know if before that if some brave adventurous people had been past here but just not actually realised what that was. But he was actually on a tour of Scotland, and he was well, a geological tour. He was studying Scotland's geology and acquiring evidence and cataloguing what Scotland had and finding amazing things, and this is one of the things he found by all accounts. It was part of a forest between 50 and 60 million years ago. It's all part of the same volcanic activity that created the Coolin on Skye, Ardmeanach Peninsula, all that kind of thing. It's all that North America pulling away from Europe and putting great big stresses on the Earth's surface, such that when you pull something, it stretches and it splits open, and the surface of the Earth splits open. And magma, liquid rock that was below the ground, oozed out, not necessarily explosively, not like big volcanic explosions you see. I mean, it quite just sort of a spurt, and then it spilled all over the landscape, over much of what is now Mull. I can well understand why some people might be disappointed when they get here, because they might be expecting something that looks like a tree, so a trunk, branches, maybe fossilised leaves, something that looks like a tree. But instead what people find is this, essentially this big long vertical shaft, which does have a definite sort of indentation into it. The curve, it does have the imprint of a trunk. But what of course has happened is that the lava flows engulfed what used to be a forest here between 50 and 60 million years ago, and has encased a tree. I mean, it wouldn't have just happened to this one, it would have been a lot more, but this is the only one anyone's found, I suppose, along this stretch. Although I did read some of there are others, but certainly this is the notable one, the one that you can get access to. But as the lava would have surrounded this enormous great big tree, obviously it wouldn't have been intact and encased perfect in lava. It would have been incinerated, it would have been carbonised, turned to charcoal. But by that point it's already engulfed in lava, and the lava cooled quite quickly, and so what was left inside the lava was still there, so charcoal. And over time it's fossilised, and the remnants of the tree are still here, fossilised. This whole section here is something that's left of the tree. And there has been charcoal in here, I believe, although true to form, just like the Spar Cave on Skye, where they took stalactites and stalagmites from a very, very beautiful cave, just like there. Here also, Victorian explorers, tourists, adventurers took a lot of the charcoal that was here. So it's quite a depleted resource. It's been damaged. So obviously the focus these days is on just look at it but don't take anything. But it is, I mean, it is big. It's a big, impressive thing, this, and you do have to come back to get the sort of the view from behind, because it is so big. It's about 12 metres high, got a good girth to it, so it's a proper big tree. It would have been a big old conifer tree, the kind and size that we just don't have here anymore. It looks like the sort of girth thickness that you'd find in North America and California and places like that these days. We don't have those here anymore, giant redwoods, that kind of thickness, you know, that kind of size of a tree. Really, really impressive. And like I say, I can see why people might be disappointed, but you can't sort of take this one thing in isolation. I mean, the whole experience of this coastline, the wild and beautiful rugged coastline with these basalt columns, bizarre sculptures in the rock, the whole thing taken together, it really is quite incredible. And this is just, I suppose, the icing on the cake, really, to actually have the imprint of an ancient tree, and you can still see the remains, the sort of the fossilised remains at the bottom. I find it incredible.